the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Break. Go, go. 1, 2, 7.
And his first look is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Luck now to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike, hey, Delta. Come on. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And some space here. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Luck. Funches has it complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Inside, 36, line, 36. Check pass, check pass.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Say.
Bell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Real side. 36, line, 36. Let's go. Big Dan, lady. Come.
Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Kill. Shift.
They'll run it with Bell. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Le'Veon Bell stopped short of the line to gain. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All right, T, Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Out of the gun. Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Check 55 to Mike. 3 bucks.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
We're going to start. We're going to wedge that up. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Option right. It's Luck. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run the counter. Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the slant. 11. Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now Luck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks. On the season.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Squeeze down the line.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He'll check this down to Hines. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
54.
This is Hines. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. From the gun, here's Love. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to kick. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
16-yard line.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
At the 20-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Option right, it's Luck. Now Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, Mexico! Come on.
Throwing his line. His throw incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, check. I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw his line. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run with Hines. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They run again with Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Here's Lott. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now, I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey, guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there. 26 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Darnold completes it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
He's checking. Crash.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch on right.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Darnold now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause